5 myths about Islam that many people believe but are wrong. For centuries, Islam has been one of the most talked about religions, yet also one of the most misunderstood. Misinformation, historical distortions, and media portrayals have led to numerous myths that shape how people perceive Islam. In this video, we will debunk 5 of the biggest misconceptions about Islam that many believe to be true, but are actually false. Myth number 1. Islam was spread by the sword. One of the most common myths is the belief that Islam was spread through violence and forced conversions. Many assume that from its early days, Islam expanded only through military conquests. But is this really true? Let's take a look at history. Islam began in Mecca, where the early Muslims were severely persecuted by the Quraysh tribe. They were tortured, boycotted, and even forced to flee their homeland. When they migrated to Medina, Islam did not spread through war but through peaceful preaching, social justice, and interaction with diverse communities. A great example is Indonesia, the country with the largest Muslim population today. Islam did not reach Indonesia through military invasions, but through trade, cultural exchanges, and the influence of Muslim scholars and merchants. This proves that Islam has often spread peacefully rather than through warfare. Myth number 2. Muslims worship a different God. Some people believe that Allah is a different deity from the God of other religions, especially Christianity and Judaism. However, this is a misunderstanding. In Arabic, Allah simply means God, just like Dios in Spanish or Dieu in French. In fact, Arab Christians also use the word Allah to refer to God. Islam teaches that Allah is the one and only God, the creator of the universe, and the same God worshipped by Abraham, Moses, and Jesus. The misconception arises because of linguistic differences and a lack of understanding about the shared monotheistic beliefs among the Abrahamic religions. Myth number 3. Islam oppresses women. This is one of the most frequently spread myths about Islam. Many people believe that Islam takes away women's rights and forces them into a life of oppression. But let's look at the facts. Before Islam, women in many ancient societies had little to no rights. They were often treated as property. When Islam emerged, it introduced revolutionary rights for women, including 1. The right to education. 2. The right to own and manage property. The right to choose their spouse inheritance rights. One of the greatest examples is Khadijah, the wife of Prophet Muhammad, who was a successful businesswoman managing her own trade. Islam does not forbid women from working, but rather it grants them financial independence and ensures their rights are protected. What about the hijab? Many assume that the hijab is a sign of oppression, but in reality, it is a religious choice made by many Muslim women as a symbol of modesty, dignity, and faith. In many countries, Muslim women wear the hijab voluntarily, and for them, it represents empowerment, not oppression. Myth number 4. All Muslims are terrorists. Ever since 9/11 and other attacks carried out by extremist groups, many have associated Islam with violence. But is this fair? The truth is, Islam strongly condemns terrorism and any form of violence. The Quran clearly states, "Whoever kills an innocent person, it is as if they have killed all of humanity." Quran 5:32. The vast majority of the world's 1.9 billion Muslims are peaceful individuals living ordinary lives. Terrorist groups do not represent Islam. They twist religious texts for their own political and ideological agendas. Additionally, terrorism is not exclusive to any one religion. There have been violent extremist groups from all backgrounds. Blaming an entire religion for the actions of a small minority only fuels unnecessary fear and division. Myth number 5. Islam is anti-science and backward. Many believe that Islam rejects science and progress. But history tells a different story. During the Golden Age of Islam, 8th to 14th centuries, Muslim scholars made groundbreaking contributions to science, medicine, mathematics, and philosophy. Some of the most famous Muslim scientists include Al-Khwarizmi, the father of algebra Ibn Sina, Avicenna, a pioneer of modern medicine Al-Hazan, Ibn al-Haytham, a key figure in optics and the scientific method. Many modern scientific principles are built on the discoveries of Muslim scholars. In fact, the first universities and medical institutions were established in the Islamic world. Moreover, the Quran encourages knowledge and exploration. There are numerous verses that call on humans to observe, reflect, and seek knowledge. Islam does not oppose science. It embraces it as a means to better understand the universe. These are the 5 biggest myths about Islam that many people believe. Misinformation can create misunderstandings and unnecessary fear, so it's important to always seek the truth from credible sources. If this video helped you learn something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Let's spread knowledge and break down misconceptions together. See you in the next video.